In this video, I am making this makeup bag for the first time. If you would like to see the process how to make it, please keep on watching. Okay, so I started cutting my fabric. I did my template with 2 pieces of print paper. I cut 2 pieces for the main fabric and 2 pieces for the lining fabric. They measured 13 inches long and 11 inches wide. Once I got the measurements I needed, I just taped the 2 papers down so I could make the template. And this one is for a medium size makeup bag. Okay, so I cut a couple patterns that I want to start with. So I have this cow, like a minky type of fabric, and for the lining it's just like this fox leather fabric. So that's gonna be one. Who is shading a lot too, by the way. And then this lining, pink lining for this Disney princess one. These Disney ones are for, we have a trip coming up to Disney World, so I wanted to add like Disney theme things to take to the trip. And then this Sheeta one, and this hot pink for the lining. And then these like rusty color flower pattern with this like copper color. And then this Minnie Mouse and red lining. Again, this one is for my trip coming up. Okay, so now what I need to do is trace the lines for the quilting part. The only one I'm not gonna do the like quilted look is the cow pattern one. I think this one, it will look prettier without it. Okay, so now I need to cut the batting thing that is for like the quilting look. Okay, and I need 2 per bag. So I'm gonna just set my batting fabric there. And I'm gonna try to cut the batting a little bit bigger than the actual fabric. And I'm just gonna do that for all the pieces that I have. Okay, I ran out of the batting, so I think I'm just gonna make these ones, and I'm gonna leave the Disney ones for another day when I get more. But yeah, so the ones that I'm gonna make, like I said, is all the ones that I showed except all the ones that I showed except for the Disney ones. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to attach the fabric to the batting, so when I'm quilting it doesn't move around. So I'm gonna move this to the side and get one by one. And I'm gonna be using this glue that is for embroidery. So, and I'm just gonna flip one side straight and just like kind of press it down, and then do the exact same thing on the other side. Okay, and I'm gonna do that to all of them. Okay, I'm gonna start with the sheet out one, and I'm gonna make my quilting lines. Okay, so I'm gonna place my fabric like so, and I'm just gonna line up the corner to the corner so I can guide myself here. Okay. And I'm gonna do 2-inch stripes. And I'm just gonna use my chalk and make a line. And I'm just gonna do that all the way until I get to the end. If any of you have a tip of how to make, like how to trace better, or what to use to trace better, please let me know. And that's how it looks in one side. I don't know if you can really see it. Okay, and then now I'm gonna do the diagonal. So I'm just gonna place it like this. And I'm just gonna keep tracing 2 inches. Okay. And that's what I'm gonna do for all my pieces. Okay, so I have my lines here. Not sure if you can see it. So now it's time to do the quilting for all the pieces that I have. And I'm only doing the quilting to the outer fabric, that fabric that is gonna go outside, not on the lining. Okay, and I'm gonna start with just the straight ones. Okay, and I'm gonna make sure to do a back stitch when I start. Okay, and we just go straight. And then we back stitch. And there's our first line right there. So now I'm gonna keep going to get the next 4 that I have left from the straight lines. Okay, I just did the straight lines and that's what we have. So now I can go and do the diagonal ones. Okay, and this is what I have. So now I need to do this to every single main fabric of the bags that I'm gonna make. Okay, so I did the quilting pattern on this one and I'm just gonna carry on with the tutorial with this one. So now that I have done that, I'm gonna cut the excess of the batting fabric. I forgot to show it, but I cut a fabric that was 2 inches by 5, and that's gonna be for the side strap for the back. And then what I did, I folded in half like so, and then I iron in there, and then once I had the crease here, I folded in half like so, and then I pressed again. And then now what I'm gonna do with my sewing machine, I'm gonna fold it in half like so. So now I'm gonna sew all the way in so we can make the strap. Okay. Just for reference, this is how the strap is gonna look. You can make it thicker if you like. Okay, now I'm gonna do another one on this side. Okay, and that's what we have. Now we can do this like fold it in half and cut it. So, okay, and now we can fold again, and then I'm going to stitch on that side. Going, babe. Okay, once I cut in half, I will fold and just run a stitch on top. Okay. And now I have my two straps ready for when I'm attaching the back. Okay, so I'm gonna cut my zipper now. So I'm just gonna roughly measure like from the top of there and just cut. Okay, this away, and then I have my little whoop, to put it there. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna put my right side like that. I am going to just undo the zipper really quick. Okay, and then I'm gonna put the zipper like so. gonna get a couple of clips so I can just clip it down. Just gonna put 3, 2 on the corner and 1 in the middle. Okay. Now I'm gonna get my lining and just gonna put it on top of those two. And then carefully, I'm gonna remove my clip and just clip that to the other fabric and the zipper. So, all right, okay. Okay, and then I'm gonna sew from one corner to the other corner, and I'm gonna make sure to use my zipper foot so I don't yeah, so it will be easier to get close to the zipper side right here. Okay, so what we did there, this is what we have now. And I'm gonna do the exact same thing to the other pieces. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that really quick. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and press them really quick so it's easier to just do the top stitch. Okay, I top stitch my on the zipper. Now I'm going to add the zipper head. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is the two main fabrics, I'm gonna put them touching together like so. I'm gonna use clips to get that, to help keep them together. Okay, and then I'll do the same on the other side. Okay, now I'm going to sew from this corner to the other corner, and on the lining I'm going to sew through here and then again through here all the way over here, leaving this part unsewn so I can leave a hole and I can turn it I can turn everything there. Okay, now I'm going to press all these seams like so, and the other side as well. Okay, so I press on the side and I pressed on this side as well. Okay, with some clips I'm gonna just match the seams like so. The other side as well. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is I am going to cut 4 squares on the corners, and with the help of my cutting board right here, Okay, and then on the 1, 2, I'm gonna make a mark, and then the same on the other one, there, and I'm just gonna meet this one up right here, and I'm gonna do the exact same thing for the next 3. Okay, so I'm gonna start by layer. I'm gonna do this first one first. Okay, and then once I just made my guide right here, I'll do this one. Okay, and I'll do the exact same thing to all 4. Now I'm gonna sew the short ends. Before you sew those 2 sides together, you need to add your straps by the seams. I completely forgot to do mine, so my bag has no straps. So don't forget, everybody. Okay, before I sew those sides, I'm gonna make sure that my zipper is opened like on the halfway. Okay, so now, like I said, I'm gonna sew these 2 sides right here. Okay, after we sew these sides, we're gonna grab one side like so. And I'm gonna clip it. Whoop. So, and then I'm gonna go to the other side, to the lining, and do the exact same thing. Okay, like so. And I'm going to attach it to this one right here. Pin them together. I forgot I was recording, but all I did was put all the corners together and then just sew them down, all 4 of them. Okay, so I just sew all the 4 corners. Let's see what we got. So now from the opening that we had, I can just turn everything inside out. Okay, and this is from the round side, obviously. So now that we have it like this, I'm gonna go ahead and just close that opening right there. Okay, once we close that out, I'm gonna cut any threads that I have hanging. Okay, and now we can just turn it on the right side. And that's it. We made our first makeup bag. One thing that I just realized though, I forgot to add my straps. Yeah. So I think this was a good like first time try, and hopefully on the next one it will be like a little better to yeah, to do everything. Next time for sure I am gonna do this close-up with the same the thread color as the lining, but here it is. So cute. So I hope you like this video. I am gonna be adding videos like this, me trying new products or working on my current products. Yeah, but if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to see tutorial-like videos like this one and behind the scenes for my shop, please hit that subscribe button and I'll see you on the next one.